The primary purpose of the CAF podcast is to express platform for creatives to express their personal views or opinions without restriction or censorship. All views or opinions expressed during the CAF podcast are solely those of individuals expressing such views or opinions and does not reflect the views of the CAF podcast.
Oh, screaming.
I told you. It's a
You
special occasion.
you a minute like
I'm a man.
you a man of your
I
word.
listen. If we were live, it would probably, but people ain't gonna see that part, but they can see this part. So this is all because of you. So it is for you. So let me go ahead and do this, man. Here we go, man. Season 10 Cal Podcast, man. First of all, Happy New Year to everybody. It is 2026. We have made it to another year. Right now we are 16 days into the new year. So we here with the as we like to call it, a beginning episode. And we got a special guest. Now, this episode has been planned, I think, for the last 7 months or a year. And the person said, I will get on your birthday a year from now. And we're not recording on my birthday, but we're recording the day after my birthday. But she is a woman of her word. So we would like to welcome to the CAF for the first time in this exciting moment. I don't know if you want to use that name or your Instagram name. So how you want me to do it?
However you want it.
So I'm gonna say we're gonna welcome to the CAF the one and only Miss Ashley Shannon.
Hey. Hey y'all. That is
Oh,
too funny. I am so tickled off of the shirt.
look, the fact that you said you was gonna do, I told you was gonna be in my B-Day suit. I just can't do the whole thing. So, but you know, I could do the
Uh,
topless part.
I respect it, I respect it. It's so
So,
also very funny. You are a funny
so
dude.
I look. I got the hat. I got the jewels, and just for you.
Got the fat boy. I still ain't had one yet. I know we're working
I
on it.
yeah, we got. It's a lot of stuff. No, you wait. There's a lot of stuff we're working on because I think you had the honey roasted peanut butter.
I did. And I have it over there actually, as a matter of fact. So when I have my PB and J's, that's what I use. So step by step, baby steps.
Yeah, so we're gonna do it. Okay.
That's what
All
you
right,
do, people.
all right. So, and welcome to the CAF. So, uh, I wrote down a lot of stuff, but I mean, with you, these conversations, I don't, it could go any way. But we're gonna see how it
True.
go. We do got a game we call Red Flag, Green Flag, and then we got our CAF podcast questions.
Okay.
But the first question that we ask everybody to the CAF, we stole this question from Charlemagne the God. How is your mental health?
Rocky. Rocky, but okay at the same time. It's a conundrum. Best way to put it.
A
And
conundrum.
that's
That is
just because I got a lot of stuff going on in life. So still dealing with my stuff with my cousin who passed in October. Work has been some shit. And then, life is life, but blessed to wake up every day. God gives me another chance to do better. So we're here.
here we are. And then the second question, I had to switch it up because at first I was asking people, do they have a gun and a gun license? But certain people in certain states, they can't just say that. So I had to switch it up to, do you have something to protect yourself and are you licensed to carry?
I am licensed to carry, and I got two guns. I got two Glocks. And I also carry a knife on me at all times. So, and I also got these hands. So, we're prepared at all times.
Yeah, I knew the answer to that question, but I just had to ask it because it's part of the routine.
I'm not at it. Like, listen, if I could have more guns, I would have more guns. I love them. I think guns are great. I mean, I don't think people should just be going up shooting everything, but I do think you should have protection for yourself and your family. So it is good to educate yourself on how to use a gun, practice your aim, go to the gun range as much as you possibly can. And, today's day and age in society, you need to know how to protect yourself. So I'm all for it.
I wish more women would. Well, let me take that back. I just want more women would be open to learning more, like how to load, unload, how to use it. Sometimes, and I tell people because I still got to get that lady name in Jacksonville. Excuse me. Her husband at the time was beating up on her, so she fired a couple warning shots. End up going to jail anyway because I think she did like because in Jacksonville it's the 10-20 life rule. You pull a gun out, that's 10 years. You shoot it, that's 20 years if it hits somebody's life. All she did was doing a warning shots to protect herself from her husband, and she ended up going to jail. But she shot the gun, and she got tired of him beating him. So I wish more women would be more, I guess, informational about guns. I always say you ain't got to kill somebody, but you can fire a couple warning shots.
I mean, in the state of Virginia, as long as you announce and you keep announcing and you give, they basically become a serious threat, and you can shoot. You've taken your time to kind of give them warning. You got to warn them. You have to warn them in the state of Virginia.
So if it's just like a random person, like, hey, I got a gun, that's all you got to say.
No, so they got to be like an imminent threat. So like they got to be threat. Like so somebody's coming into your house, they break into your house, and you're in a room, and you have your gun on you, and they come up the stairs and they're like, start to threaten you and say, hey, I got a gun. So you got to announce it. Hey, I have a gun. And they're like, well, that don't matter. I said, if you come closer, I will shoot. So you got to give fair warning. And if they come closer, break down your door, whatever you do, you can shoot because you're protecting yourself. It's considered self-defense.
Gotcha. Okay.
But I do agree. I do think that a lot of people should educate themselves on guns and the laws that they have. Getting a concealed to carry was good for me because if I ever want to travel across states with my gun, I can do so. That's the reason why I have it, because each state is different, and I would rather protect myself than not have something. So.
Well, as of, I think it's 2021, Florida became an open carry, so it is what it is. Crazy thing about it is, as soon as we became an open carry, the gun violence actually went down.
Makes sense.
Like before then, Florida, man, it was, we still got shootouts, but it's not that many like it used to be. Like, especially in Jacksonville, it didn't went down tremendously.
Well, that's a good thing.
So, hey, look, I guess some white people like they got guns now, so we better leave them alone. So, okay. I said pretty face, but I edit that part. Ashley.
If you want to call me pretty face, you call me pretty face. That's up to you. That's what you call me anyways. I'm so used to being called that.
It's going to slip out anyways, even if I try not to. But I did write a lot of stuff down I would like to talk about, to go into. So I'm trying to figure out where to start just with you because it could go any type of way. Let me see. Let me start with this. So 2026, what are you looking forward to in this year?
Peace. I'm looking forward to peace. I'm looking forward to not having to rush to get things done and actually have things happening on time. So I'm looking forward to that. And that comes with a lot of things. It comes with work, it comes with life, it comes with family. So self, I'm looking forward to it. So that's my biggest thing this year is peace. Because nobody told you when you get to your 30s that you start to really learn some real discernment. And like, you start cutting off things. What does not serve you, what does not pour into you, you don't deal with. So, 20s was all about letting shit happen. 30s was about putting stuff in place. So I'm looking forward to the peace that I'm having this year.
Crazy thing is I wrote that down because I was going to ask, like, what does peace look like to you? But I wrote that down later. But it's I think everybody look forward to peace, but are you really going to get peace? And is it even going to be worth it?
Yeah, it will. And I'm looking forward to it. And the reason why you can get peace is because peace is within yourself. Peace has nothing to do with anybody else. As long as you are content with what you're doing and how you're moving, there's no reason why you shouldn't be at peace. There's things we can worry about, there's things we can stress ourselves about, but if you can't control it, why would you worry about it? That's one of the biggest things I realized that it disrupted my peace when I was younger, is that I worried so much about everybody else and everything else that I never focused on what I wanted and what I needed. And the past, 2-3 years, That's all I've been focusing on. Is what does Ashley need? What does Ashley want? How is that going to make me move? Like, peace for me is waking up in the morning, listening to music, smoking a J, watering plants. That's peace for me. Being in my own space, my own bubble, enjoying my own company, peace. Surrounding myself with those who love me, who pour into my cup like I pour into theirs, peace. So, I'm going to have it. I'm already pretty much halfway there.
People don't know she's a very active 420 person.
Yeah.
Very active. So no, but what you said something like you and this question I ever since we started I always ask women this: why don't you put yourself first? Like even as a mother, I understand you have a child, I understand you have to be that person that nurture and everything, but it's like if you're not in a good space, how are you even helpful to your child? Or let's say you ain't got kids. If you're not a good space, how are you even helpful to your mate?
So I'll say this. As women, we're not taught how to do that. We're not raised to do that. We're not developed to do that. You know, our makeup is so we're nurturers. We're to take care of things. We're to do whatever it is. But even if you take away the fact that we're nurturers naturally, you don't put into the aspect of how we were raised and we were, you know, what we were brought up with. I was never taught self-love. I didn't learn self-love until I was 30. So 30 years, I went without knowing how to love myself properly, how to advocate for myself, how to care for myself. And I mean, not necessarily how to care for myself as far as like day-to-day things, but like how to show the care that I was giving to others to myself. Also, in a sense, and this is just a therapist type of way, we do it because we're avoiding facing the reality of what we have to face within ourselves. A lot of our issues may be childhood traumas or even traumas we had in our young adolescence to teenage years or early 20s that we are trying to avoid. So instead of taking care of ourselves, we avoid it by taking care of others. So we pour into other people trying to give the love that we want back in return, but we need to learn how to give that to ourselves. But in order to do so, you have to sit with yourself. You have to be like, hey, do you really want to talk about it now or do you want to keep pushing it off? And for me, I had to get to a point where I had to have a conversation with myself. I had to be real with myself. I had to tell myself, hey, we can't keep avoiding this. This is making it worse for us. But what it is that we're just not raised that way. We're not created, or I don't want to say we're not created. We're not taught to think in a way of how to take care of yourself and put yourself first. Because in a sense, we're told that that's selfish. And being selfish is not okay. Like, as a woman, being selfish is not okay. You're supposed to put men first. You're supposed to put your child first. You're supposed to put your family first. Everything they do and say comes before what you want for yourself. And that's not fair to us, but that's how we're taught. That's how society teaches us. And specifically, I don't know about white people. I've never lived in a white people home, but in my black home, my brother was first. My brother was first. My dad passed when I was a kid, so the first person we ever think about and worried about was my brother. I had to make sure he was good. So I learned that from being a kid. And mind you, I'm the baby. So it's a baby taking care of a child that's 2 years older than her. You know, like making sure he's good, protecting him. You know, you're just kind of raised that way. And so, you know, it just gets to a point where we get older and you're like, hey, I got to put in this work. I got to take care of me. I got to start putting me first because mentally it's fucking me up. Emotionally, it's dragging me down the street. And physically, it's taking a toll on me because people don't realize that a lot of your hormonal imbalances is due to the fact that you're not just like, it has to do with your environment and a lot of stuff that you're dealing with that you're not taking care of. So the biggest thing is that just because we're taught to avoid it. So we avoid it. We keep it moving. People think that if you put it on the back burner, it's never going to come back. Hey, things that you put in dark come into light. And that's not even just what people's secrets, that's what you do with yourself. So that's the reason why, I believe that a lot of us as women have that issue because we are literally brought up and raised and taught that you are to put everybody first before you even think about what's going on with you. And when we have an issue, we don't harbor on the issue. We don't even look at the issue. We move past it. Because I don't know about you, but I come from a family in the South that don't talk about shit. Like, if they have a problem.
I'll say this. if we do, it's like little secret society conversations. Like we're gonna talk, but we're gonna talk over here, or we're gonna talk back here, or we're gonna talk when such and such person come in town, or hey, listen, we'll have this conversation, but we're not gonna have it today, and it might take 2, 3, 4 more days until they had that conversation.
See, that's not how my family broke. This has never happened been either side, my dad's side or my mom's side. It's really just ever been like, if there's a problem, keep that shit to yourself.
Okay.
Keep it to yourself. Because you ruffling feathers that you don't need to ruffle. It's not even worth ruffling the feathers. Just keep it to yourself, put it in your back pocket, and keep it moving. That's how I was raised. So, and then in the household I raised. And then even like this past weekend, I went to Mississippi to be with my mom's side of the family, and it's the same. It's the same. Don't address issues, and I mean, because everybody's opinionated and the opinions just go left. So you basically just keep it to yourself because it's not going to go anywhere. People are so stuck in their ways.
So, getting to 30, learning how to get to your peace, learning how to have these conversations. Is it something that you was like, all right, now that I'm here, I think I missed out on a lot of stuff, or it's a lot of, not stuff, let me not say stuff, a lot of healing that I probably could have took care of in my 20s?
Yeah. I mean, the answer to that is always going to be yes. But I think that to develop me to the woman that I became today, I had to go through those trials and tribulations.
Because I heard...
Now, some of them I don't do.
My bad. Go ahead.
Now, some of them I don't necessarily deem fair. I don't always agree with them. But your experience is what makes the person who you are. You know, like, it also gives me kind of a knowledge base to kind of advocate for other people and give them an insight. Because I love to educate somebody on something, or to kind of give advisement so that they don't have to go through what I went through. One of my favorite sayings is, a smart person learns from their own mistakes. A wise person learns from everybody else's. So if I can make you a wise person based off of my experiences, I would love to do that. So it's just like, you know, I believe the woman that I am today is based off of the stuff that I went through to get me here. And I needed to go through those trials to get here because this is the woman that God saw me to be.
No, I should have wrote that pastor name down. It's time to talk about pastor what Drewski got going on. I cannot think of, oh my God, I just started following him too. But it's a pastor out of Maryland, and how he was talking like he said it took him a while to really to be a man, but he said if this person would have been in my life in my early 20s, he said, man, I could have cleaned up so much stuff in my life. It's just that I didn't have that, as in his words, I didn't have the right person. And when I meant person, he mean like big homie. Like he didn't have like somebody he could lean on to show him, hey, don't do that, don't do this, move like this, do that. Hey, don't do this with this girl. Hey, you better treat her right. He didn't have that. Everybody he was leaning on was on the same stuff he was on.
And I think that's kind of such a towards that we gravitate to those who were similar to in that situation at that time. So at that time, I was gravitating towards people who were in the same situations I was in, or who mirrored something that I was dealing with, or had the same mentality I had at that moment. And sometimes when you gravitate towards people who have the same mentality, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a good thing. So, like, for instance, I guess a good pinpoint of it could be is like when you are, well, I think it's interesting because I always had older friends, but they also were on bullshit because I was gravitating towards that toxic environment, like going out, partying, doing whatever, not being, you know, wise about my decisions, not really caring because I really didn't have those things to care about. But it's also because I was hanging around people that were older than me that didn't have their stuff together. And I didn't see that as them not having their stuff together. I just thought it was fun at that time, you know, because I was more so looking at the baseline instead of the whole picture and the whole image. And it's like, you know, that's where discernment comes in. Just because you're having fun with everybody doesn't mean that necessarily that's the person you're supposed to be with or the people you're supposed to be hanging around. You know, in order for you to grow, you got to surround yourself with people who are doing things and who are pushing themselves to do better, be better. And at the time, I didn't want to be better. I'm not going to lie. I enjoyed partying, especially in my early 20s. Hell, close up to 27, 28, maybe not 29. I was out. I love traveling. I was going to Miami like 4 times a year, 5 times a year, traveling wherever I wanted to go. If they wanted me to go out to the club, I was going out to the club. You know, I was doing whatever I wanted to do. And I ain't gonna lie, COVID hit, and you would have thought that I would have stopped that shit. I just stopped going to the club. I brought that stuff into the house. Because right when COVID hit, I had bought this house. And so then it was starting to be, well, hey, everybody come over to Ashley's house. We're going to have parties and shit at Ashley's house. We're going to have a good time. Like, it didn't stop. Because I mentally wasn't there to put myself in a better position to say, hey, this is not what you need. This is not what you want to do. And yes, it would have been great to have somebody to say, hey, Ashley, you need to calm that shit down. You got to do this. You got to do that. But what it really is without have been able to receive that message, I wouldn't have. I was never in a place to receive that message and actually accept it. So even if I feel like I had somebody who was in my corner navigating me that way, it probably would have just been kind of words on page.
Going in the left ear, coming out the right ear.
Okay? Exactly. Gotcha. It's like, okay, I hear your message, but I'm not listening with the intent to apply. You know, like now if you talk to me, I'm listening to what you're saying with the intent to apply what you're saying to me because I genuinely want to be a better person of myself. I want to surround myself with people who are trying to go to the next level, who are trying to be better, who are trying to make something of themselves, whatever field it is. Whereas in the past, it's just like, you trying to get fucked up? Or you want to go drinking? You want to smoke? Let's do it. Like, say less.
We outside tonight.
Okay, buying outfits every weekend, wasting money. Okay, I never wear the same thing twice. That was my thing, my MO. I cannot wear the same outfit out twice because that is not okay. Dangerous mindset, terrible mindset. But that was who I was at that point in time. And you know, also because there's a lot of things that I needed to deal with that I wasn't willing to deal with, and I was avoiding it. So the way that I wanted to avoid it was partying.
Kyle Podcast, man, season 10. We got Miss Ashley kicking us with us. I just want to say you're doing very great to be the first time on.
Oh, thanks. You like my plants?
I mean, honestly, if you move your camera a little bit to your left, I wouldn't even. It would probably blend in the background. But no, you good. You good. It just blends in. Like, and the crazy part of it is your jacket, it might be gray, but right now it just green.
Oh no, this is green.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought it was just okay, yeah. You're matching. Your background.
Good. Well,
fun
fact, one of my favorite colors is green. So green and purple.
Okay. So. All right. We got a little heavy right there, so let's get a little bit ratchet. So we're gonna play our game. It's called green flag, red flag. I'm gonna ask you a question. Either you say green flag or red flag. If you want to give us a statement why, you can. If you don't, I'll keep it moving. But all we really need is green flag or red flag.
Okay.
All right. We're going to do 10 questions. All right. Let's do first question. Okay. First question. I'm just gonna deal with men in general. Men, he is not good with his finances.
Oh, that's a red flag. You know I'm in the financial field. Absolutely not.
Okay. He is very needy.
Oh, that's a red flag. I'm a Sag. I'm a Sag. I can't say nothing else.
He has many female friends.
Yeah, that's kind of indifferent. I don't really have a flag for that one. That's my white flag. Can I throw up a white flag?
No. The game is green or red. Green or red.
Yeah.
Green or red. Red pen, green. Red or green.
I mean, I guess I could say, I don't know. I mean, you know what? We'll just say for shits and giggles, for shiggles, we'll say Green.
All right.
Just for shiggles.
He comes to you and say, "Babe, I want to start an OnlyFans with you."
Red. No videos is for us and us only.
Okay. He has more than 3 baby mamas.
Red. Your pull-out game sucks, sucker.
He say he's very Christian-like, church-like, but doesn't attend church.
I'm gonna say green because you don't have to go to church. Because church is not a building. Church is within yourself. So it doesn't mean that he's not still with one with God just because he doesn't attend church.
All right. He say he'll pay all the bills, everything. All he wants you to do is just cook and clean and stay home.
That's a red flag.
Say that again.
That's a red flag.
That's a red flag. Okay. All right.
Once again, I'm a Sag. You can't tie me down like that.
Okay. He is always ready.
Well, that's a green flag. What?
Okay.
Green.
Then that brings us to the next question.
Like ready.
He always asking you for a threesome.
For what?
A threesome.
Oh, that's a red flag. What the fuck?
He still dresses like he in his 20s.
Red flag.
And then the last one. Let's see, how can we go with this one? He doesn't know who the 45th and the 47th president is.
Green flag. Because at this point, who nobody should know who that motherfucker is. Trash. Trash decision, America.
And that is our game called Red Flag, Green Flag.
Not bad. Now I'll just sit here and say that question about the girls being friends. I have a lot of guy friends. Is that a red flag?
So in my world, well, I'm speaking for me, not all black men, not all men. In my world, it is not. And the reason why I say that because it just depends on how you interact with them. Exactly. And on top of that, if I'm who I'm say I'm supposed to be, I shouldn't have no confidence. I shouldn't have less confidence in my girl having male friends because why? I just met you. I just got to know you. Who knows who you know before me? So it's like, I mean, you were single, I was single. We get together. Like it's not like I'm gonna be like drop all your male friends. Like, nah. Who knows? That person might be a lawyer. That person might be somebody where down the line, when we go through hard times, they write a check and don't ask for it back and nothing like that. Or they might turn to be somebody where they be like flying us out for vacation and stuff like that. So it's like, that's just me. Now, have I dealt with, I got 2 right now that like soon as they got with their man, it was like, nah, you can't call me when you want to. Like even texting, I might text them at 10 a.m. in the morning. They might not respond back until 3 p.m. 6 days from now.
See, I don't believe somebody's a real fan if they change up once they get somebody. Now, I do understand, that that's where your attention is going to be because once you're getting to date somebody, you really start to get involved with them. That's pretty much your primary focus. But that doesn't mean you should change up on your friends. And when it comes to having a relationship with men and me having male friends, if you have a problem with that, to me, that means you're insecure. There's a lot of things you got to work on.
True.
So me having that same thought process, how can I be mad at a male who I'm getting to know and dating who has female friends? Because just like you said, that could be his one friend when he was down and out. She was helping pay bills. And he never wanted nothing from her, but she wanted to make sure that he was good. That could be somebody who he grew up with, since pre-K. And, they've been friends all this time, all this while. Who am I to come in and be like, hey, yo, I just want to let you know I'm not cool with you being friends with all these people. Like, and on top of that, I'm not going to lie. When I go out in the world, I'm a social fucking butterfly. So, like, I'm cool with a lot of people. So, like.
The only problem I would have if it's like, so let me say it like this. The only problem I have if it was like it's our date night and you answering their calls, or it's our time to be
Now,
together.
see,
That
now,
right
see, I
there, I
can
have a
agree with
problem.
that.
Now, if we just sitting on the couch and it's 10 o'clock and he called, okay. But like if we together and we doing something and that phone ring and you pick up, nah, I got a problem.
Okay, so that's a level of respect and communication that you got to have with your partner. So, like, if, for instance, you don't mind me having male friends, but if somebody's calling me after 10 o'clock and it's not an emergency, you have an issue with that, that's something that we communicate. I believe that's where people will have an issue is with the lack of communication between, within relationships. Because I feel like how you feel when it comes to that situation. If I am with you and we're having our personal time, whether it be at a movie, dinner, whatever else, that it's our personal time, and you pick up the phone to take their call and they're just kikiing, that's bullshit. Now, if we're having there's, eat that fat boy, eat it. But if they are
It was
basically
melting. It was melting.
I ain't mad at you. Listen, I ain't mad at all. But like, if it gets to a point where, say for instance, that was an emergency. So they called us while we're doing something, called you while we're doing something, and it was an emergency, what can I be mad at? Why could I be mad at that? But in situations where it's just like you're interrupting our time and now your focus is no longer on us, it's on them, then that's not necessarily insecurity, that is respect. And you have to have respect in a relationship for it to be successful. So it's like respect and communication are the biggest things. So I get what you're saying there. I do agree with that. But as far as like, he has a whole bunch of female friends. If I don't see nothing fishy, and nothing is like coming across like wrong, who am I to be like, you got to drop all those hoes? Like, that's disrespectful. Because who knows? I don't really have that many female friends. But if you have female friends, and not saying that I want to be friends with your friends, but if they end up being cool people, who knows what friendship I can get out of that? And I mean, you never know what the cards may unfold. So,
now I will say this because I remember one time you pointed something out. When it was an episode we did, and I played it for you, and you were like, you weren't paying attention, wasn't you? I'm like, what you talking about? You wasn't paying attention. I'm like, what you talking about? She was flirting with you.
She was.
I'm like, how?
Hey, y'all. So what I'm gonna need to do, but you know what? We had a conversation about this, and you said that you don't notice those things.
I don't, and I still don't. I still don't know when somebody flirting with me.
Well, why is that?
Because I don't I just don't like the fact that you said that. Like you don't realize like how many times I watched that part. I'm like, I didn't see a wink. I didn't see like a smile or anything. Maybe it's the octane in her voice. I didn't get it. Now that's where a partner would come in line, where it's like I can tell when a dude flirting.
Because you're a man. You're a man, so you should know when a man's flirting with somebody because, you probably have done the same thing or done the same type of trick trade.
Oh, of course.
You also have to keep in mind that this is a podcast, right? She's getting on here. She doesn't want to be flamboyant with the fact that she's flirting with you. She wants to be discreet with it, but at the same time, she wants you to pick up what she's dropping off. She's knocking. She wants you to let her in, and it's just you could just tell by the way when she was looking at you, the engagement, the questions, the remarks she made. It just was like, oh, she's feeling Florida. He is not.
Well, the next time to the young lady who's doing it, please don't tap, knock on the door. I will let you in. But
so basically, he is saying, don't sit here and play games and say it out loud. Hey, yo, I'm trying to go smack.
we all grown here. We got time for this. Sending me a letter. Do you like me? Check box. Yes or no or maybe. You got time for that.
Hey, that was good times back in the day, okay? MASH, all the good paper games.
Okay, so that was way. Well, we went. I can't speak for me. I didn't never put that on no paper. I should though. I'm gonna start doing that.
You should do it at the gym.
Mm.
Just make sure the handwriting is legible.
I'll for it, but that. You know what? That could be a. Ooh, I just came out idea for a Valentine's card. Hold on, let me write that down. That's gonna be a good Valentine's Day card, and I got enough time
You're
to get it
welcome.
right. And that's why you are pretty face. Okay. Now let's keep this thing moving. Now because we got a little deep, play a little game. Now it is a lot of things that I did write down, but one of these I do want to touch because like you said, you live in your 20s, going in your 30s, and you hear a lot of
Yeah.
women you hear the phrase, but I don't think people understand the meaning of it. But I like to hear it from a woman point of view, not a man's. So
Okay.
when a woman's going through her whole phase,
Sometimes. Fun times.
now during that time, break it down. So is it just because like it might be called that, but for men it might be like your Playboy days. So is it the same thing depending on who you are?
I mean, a whole phase is a whole phase. It don't matter if it's a boy or girl, female, male, XY chromosome, whatever the people want to call themselves. But, like, that was sounding so terrible. But whatever it is, whole phase is a whole phase. I like to call it pimping wasn't easy. But phase is a phase. I think everybody should have a whole phase. That's my personal opinion. I think everybody should explore themselves in a way that they get to actually understand themselves, because you don't know yourself until you actually get to know yourself and put yourself in, a little bit fun situations sometimes, like learning how to rotate people, learning, having a roster, never being bored, because at the end of the day, technically when you're single, you're single. So you shouldn't be putting all your eggs into one basket and expecting, a relationship out of it. That's how all these delusional people nowadays anyways. There's a lot of these motherfuckers out here are delusional, thinking that they're in relationships, but they're in situationships. I, on the other hand, prefer never to be in a situationship. So if I'm out there frolicking, having a good time, there's nothing wrong with it to me. I just think that you got to be safe with it. You got to be safe with it. You got to communicate with it. That could also just be the sad in me, because I don't mind telling people, hey, you're not the only one. You're not the only one. I'm talking to multiple people. I'm enjoying myself. I set the expectation. So
Wait a minute. So let me ask you this question. Because you said something.
Uh-huh.
No, let me ask you this question. So were you doing that then, or were you just like, no? I mean, you ain't my boyfriend, but when I call you, you better answer the phone. Or you would tell them like, hey, listen, player, you on the team right now. You in the game, but if you don't act right, there's one coming off the bench, and he can't be here by 11 p.m.
Yeah.
That's a first. That's a first.
Yeah. So I'll be honest. I didn't lose my virginity, and honestly, to be transparent, I did not lose my virginity. It was taken from me. But after that point happened, I kind of just didn't give a fuck. It's like I'm not holding on to anything, because in my mind, I was gonna keep my virginity until I was married. Like, I was raised Baptist. And it's like, okay, that's what you do as a young woman. You keep your virtue.
I wanted to get rid of this thing so fast. I did not.
And me on the other hand was like, no, I'm gonna keep it, right? I need
not
to keep
this
my
guy. I'm nope.
Listen here.
Nope.
Listen here. My motto was, I'm gonna tease you, but I'm not gonna please you.
Nah. Nah.
That was my motto. I'm gonna tease you, but I'm not gonna please you. And I was gung ho on that shit, but then life happens and shit happens, and then after that, I was like, what am I holding on to? So that was actually the transition in beginning into my whole phase. And I was talking to one guy, and then another guy came into the equation, and I was just straightforward. I was like, hey, when we're in college, we're freshmen, people giving me attention. I'm gonna go have fun. He didn't really like that.
I
So
wouldn't.
that made him chase. So honestly, it made him chase me harder because he thought that was going to make me settle down. But I also knew that he was doing the same thing I was doing. So I was like, if we're doing the same thing, we'll be mad for him. Like we're equals in this party. So from that point on, I just kept up with the communication. Like if I was dealing with somebody, I was dealing with somebody. And they're like, hey, you're not the only one. Yeah, my senior year, I had this guy I was dating, and he's like, you're my starting five. I said, you're not.
Oh wow.
I was like, you're not. He said, damn, what? I said, yeah, you're not in my starting five. I said, you was working your way to it, but then you make that dumbass remark. So now you a bench warmer, bitch. Like you said, you fucked up your quota, dog. Because I was like, okay, we was doing dates, things was going well. Don't ruin it with your mouth. Like that's crazy. So, but yeah, no. I was like, yeah, you are number 7 on my team. I have a whole basketball team right now. And it's crazy because it's not even like as far as my whole phase. It wasn't like I was just out here thotty bopping and fucking whomever. Some people was just communication. Some people was just going on dates. Some of them was of course was like having my fun. Mm-hmm. But every person served a different purpose.
Here we call it consulting. We call it consulting. So if you don't want to comfort and consulting, they was giving you comfort and consulting. That's what we said on the podcast.
If that's what you want to call it, they was comforted and consulted.
We say that.
I was consulted with some. I was comforted by others.
So now let me ask you this way, because I always try to ask ladies this, because Max from Living Single, she was just right. So how she said, how do you really know yourself if you haven't really been with somebody? If you've been with the same person, like, do you really, really know yourself? And on top of that, how do you really learn your body?
She has a valid point, because you got to think about it. If you're with one person and y'all do the same thing, right? You don't know yourself. You only know what they have bring to the table. You don't even know what you could bring to the table. Yes, you can watch porn, you could do all these things, but if that person is also unwilling to try or give those things a go, you never know if you're going to enjoy them or not. Now, I feel like every time you have relations with somebody, because I like to call it relations, every time you have relations with somebody, you get to figure out something new about yourself that you like, because they bring something different each time. Like I had one person, right, who introduced me to ETA. They introduced me to ETA, right? And at first, I was like, this is weird. Like, do I even like this? Do I like this? But then I realized, bitch, I like that. I like that. But that's as far as I want to go when it comes to that type of play. And then, because I tried it with another person where they went to the next step. And I was like, yeah, that's not for me. But until you try something, you won't know if you're going to like it. I also know that for me personally, the reason why threesomes is not a big thing is because I hope that heifer knows she's not getting touched. Like,
I mean, okay, so like when it comes to that, I wouldn't expect that. I mean, I wouldn't expect that. I would expect if that was to ever happen, which I have never experienced it, looking forward to it, I would know to literally bring some C4.
So,
because I'm gonna do all the work.
I've experienced it on multiple occasions in different times of my life, and it can be fun, but I just need the female to know that I'm not touching her. Like, that's not my cup of tea. I don't like carpet. I like hardwood. So, I do admire a pretty woman. I do admire a body. I would tell somebody in a heartbeat that they look good, but dick is delicious. I don't know what to say. Like,
this is where I exit the conversation.
It's delicious. I don't know what to say. That's not for me. So, but yeah, no, I hope that comes to you in this year, that you're blessed with one of those experiences, because, I feel like everybody should experience something so that they have an idea of who they are, what they are, and what they're okay with. Because honestly, dealing in such situations like that, you get to really learn your body, and people also will teach you different things. That was part of the reason during like my mid to late 20s, I was really interested in dating older dudes, because like dating an older guy, I feel like you have more experience. You guys will try different things, or you know, you might introduce me to something that I never knew that I might like, you know. So I was dating dudes older than me, you know. Sometimes somebody that could possibly have been my daddy, but like I got to
Yeah, I
experience some
mean,
things.
okay. I think the oldest I did, I was maybe no, 42.
So they were 17 years older than me. So I could have been like their teenage child. But it was a good relationship. I will say that. We ended on good terms. It's just that ideally I wanted a family. I want to be a wife and I want to be a mother. But I want to be a mother after I'm a wife. And they had their own issues that our plans didn't align. So instead of continuing something that wasn't going to have any fruit come from it, we just decided to be friends. And we're still friends to this day. Like, I'm cool with him. That's another thing. People think that I'm weird because, like, I can be cool with my exes. I don't have to end on bad terms with you. I don't have to cut you off to the point where I don't fuck with you at all. Like, some of them, yeah, fuck that nigga. But, like, most of them, we're getting on good terms. Like, I have no reason to not be cool with you. Like, it just didn't work out. We're not meant to be that type of relationship because every relationship is different. So our relationship is a friendship as opposed to, you know, that's my dude or my man. But yeah, no. So the oldest was definitely 17 years older than me, but no complaints.
Oh, I gotta do the math now. Hold on. 42. I was 28, 52.
Yeah, so he'll be 50 this year and I'll be 33.
Oh, no. That ain't number 14 years. Nah. That and no, I take that back. 44. And I didn't even know it though. No, I'm still in the age gap. Okay. Now two more things and we'll keep it moving. Okay, so learning your body, different experiences, going around, trying things. So for women, and I'm bringing this back to the peace part. Do you think more women should? No, let me switch it up. Do you think more women should move in that way when they are single, just to get what they want? Because
Yeah.
I think it was like I think the ratio was like I forget what they said. I think it was like 48% or 50 or 60 something percent say they haven't experienced. They don't experience one every time, so it just seemed like they just bang bang bang, and then they just left high and dry, or they got to get a rose or even call backup just to finish the job.
Now, I ain't gonna lie, that rose is the truth.
I've heard different. Some people say it's not, but hey, to each his own.
Listen, you got to find a toy for your body. Everybody is different on how they like to be stimulated. I think that's just another thing that women should also do is learn their bodies. And in order for you to enjoy somebody else, you got to enjoy yourself, right? So you got to learn your body. You got to learn what she likes, what she doesn't like, you know. And for me, that rose, depending on which one you get, because there are different versions of roses, they are a good practice tool, you know. But it just depends on which one you get, and every different strokes for different folks, you know. But I do feel like as a single woman, you should explore and allow yourself to explore. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to lay down with every man that you go out with, you know, but you should enjoy your time because you're not committed to anybody. And so something gets serious and somebody's like, hey, do you want to be my girlfriend, or you want to be, you know, will you marry me? You shouldn't put all your eggs and invest all your time into one basket. Like, because like I said, we're in the time of fucking delusion. That's how you put yourself in a situationship. That's how you put yourself in a delusion where you think that this person is your man and he's out there enjoying his life. He comes and when you call him, he comes to hump you and then he leaves. Y'all don't have no conversation outside of that. Y'all don't go on no dates. You don't do nothing. You're waiting on an opportunity that's never going to come because you didn't put yourself in position to have that opportunity happen. You know, like if you started off to where it was like, okay, well, we started dating, and then after we was dating, then we started humping or hunching or whatever you want to call it, then, you know, your expectations, of course, is going to be a bit different. But if you're not communicating your expectations, then you're just putting yourself in a position to be in a situationship. So I think as a single woman, you should enjoy yourself. You should go on as many dates as you want. You should, if you're interested in somebody, shoot your shot. You know, especially because we're in a time where men do not shoot their shots at women.
Well, no, no,
Men do
no,
not
no, no, no,
approach
no, no,
women.
no, 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 no.
Yes,
No, it comes. You got to
yes.
think like some men just get to the point. It's like, bro, I am just tired of getting shot down. So you go do it over and over and over, and it's just like, yo, I'm just gonna relax. I can say that from experience, but I always known like going out to like I tell you what, I had to change where I went. So instead of clubbing, more cigar lounges, putting on, button up shirts, dress pants, nice shoes, no tennis shoes. You if you if you change some things, sometimes the your approach or even just sitting down, like I've been at the cigar lounge just chilling, started up a conversation. But some do, but just some, it gets to a point you get tired. And it's like, bro, it's like, but I ain't mad at the women who do though. Shout out to all y'all who do shoot your shot.
So let me ask you this. When you were getting shot down, how was your approach to that woman? How were you approaching her? What were you saying to her?
How you doing? My name is. Your name. I to this day I learned what an
So
ugly.
is it an interview?
Nah, it's actually get to talk. Like I learned what an
You get
ugly man. I learned what an ugly man ring is. All that type of stuff.
so sometimes your approach is not necessarily something that should be planned out. It should be organic. And when it's organic, it makes it easier for a woman to feel comfortable enough to have a conversation with you. You're an attractive dude. Sometimes it's just your approach. Like, if you're going to go straight forward and you want to talk to somebody, find a simple remark. It doesn't have to be a, hey, how are you? It's not a business conference. This is not a, it's not an interview, like I said.
Well, for me, I could always say this, and this has never failed me. And I learned I am not Casanova. I can't be that guy. But what I can do, I can make you smile. And if I can make you laugh and smile, we got action, baby.
So there you go. You found your niche. Because, I think, well, personal experience, a lot of dudes, especially I've seen it and I've witnessed it, a lot of dudes nowadays typically do not approach females. And if they do approach females, it's in a DM. Like you could see that same person out in the street and you would say nothing. But if you see them on Instagram, you go slide in their DMs to shoot your shot. And then you shoot your shot, it's still a waste of time. Because like you having a communication with a female, a lot of men act like they don't know how to talk to women. And a lot of people don't realize the relationship that you should have with a woman, especially if she's going to be your significant other, should be about the same way that you talk to your boys. Because at the end, she should be one of your closest, if not best friends. So if you can't talk to her how you would talk to your niggas, there's no point in having a conversation. Be comfortable. Or personally, that's how I feel with myself. I think that if I want somebody to come, you're going to have to try to approach me. Be comfortable. I'm not a standoffish person. I am a talkative person.
Okay.
So it's a little bit different.
But let's not just take into consideration some dudes do get those butterflies, and it's like, yo, you're approaching somebody who you think is beautiful, and you really think I'm finna go and be like, yeah. So, hot boys or cash money? Like, it's for some, and I can speak for this experience. It is a little intimidating, but it's just one of those things where it's like, if you're a late bloomer like me, like I was, it took a minute. But once you get past it, it's like, yo, either she gonna say yay or she gonna say no. If she say no, go try that one. Either she gonna say yay or she gonna say no.
You miss all the shots you don't take. You miss all the shots you're gonna take. And what's the worst thing that they can say is no, right? That's the worst thing somebody can say to you is no. What's wrong with being told no? Like, at least you gave it an opportunity. You saw something you wanted, you went after it. At the end of the day, I think more people should take opportunities to shoot their shot. and because you never know what may happen out of it. Like, it doesn't really make any sense to just like ponder and wander. You know?
No. Because I probably it's a lot of pondering and wondering I did, and then it was like, yo, go find out. And you find out like, yeah, this wasn't worth it. This was one of those like, you know what? I'm not even gonna tell nobody. I'm just gonna when we see each other, it's like, yo, we just went to the mall for a Cinnabon.
Honestly, your business is your business, and people can mind their business, and that's free. So, honestly and truly, I personally feel like, as far as that is concerned, what you do with somebody is no one else's knowledge to know unless you decide that there's somebody, something you need to tell. So, because I'm big on my business is my business.
Yes.
I dated somebody for 3.5, 4 years. Nobody knew that I had ever dated them. Some people don't even know that I had ever dated that person. And we're going to keep it that way. It is not because I think that they're terrible or shitty. Well, I could think that now. But, like, it's my business. I don't feel the need to share that with the world unless it's something that is, like, permanent, And technically nothing is ever permanent. But, like, if that was to become my fiance or that was to become my husband, then at that point I feel like, okay, we can go ahead and let the world know this is my man, whatever. But before then, mind your business. It's free. So if that shit didn't work out, you ain't got to tell nobody.
Cal Podcast, man, season 10, we got Ashley up here, man. This is really turned out to be a real good conversation. All right, 2 more things, and then we can. I know. I just was gonna see how it's gonna be on camera.
Oh, well,
that's different.
Well, we're here.
That's different. But for people who don't know, I talk to. I probably don't. I do. I talk to this girl probably 5-6 times a week on the regular. So these kind of
for sure.
Like these conversations is nothing new to me. It's like I wrote stuff down just to stay on subject, but it's like once you know you're having a good conversation, but it's like, yeah, just let it flow. That's why I'm going to this topic, and
okay.
I really want to get a woman's point of view on it. And Valentine's Day is coming up, and there are going to be some people that are going to try to put it in reverse or spin the block.
Yeah.
How do women feel about spinning? Not men, but how do women feel about spinning the block? Like there's probably let me stop being. We all know there's dude who don't try to come back. But how do women feel about spinning the block?
Like I'm spinning the block.
That person DM you. That person called you like, you know what? I miss what we had. What's up?
I think it depends on the person. It depends on the person, Flo. So if it's somebody that I had interest in and it just wasn't working out at the time, then spending it, I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm totally opposed to the idea. Sometimes I can just let you spin block because I just know it's gonna be fun, because I know I'm gonna get something out of it as far as like relations. But I also have gotten to a point, and I think that's also the younger me, the more toxic me is cool with the spin of the block thing. The wiser version of myself is like, what's in the past stays there. Because whatever was in the past is there for a reason. Your future doesn't hold the ticket to the past. The past is just a kind of an idea or a tool to help you navigate what you want in the future. So, with that being said,
that's what I'm saying. Like it's spinning because it has we adults. It probably was somebody who was like, man, what if? And then that what if just come out the blue out of nowhere. It's like, but what if?
So I feel like, well, my situation, because I can't speak on others, I can only speak on myself. I've had plenty of Negroes who wanted to spin the block or spin back, and I was just like, nah, because I give people 3 tries, right? 3 chances. 3 strikes you out. If you fuck up and you get that 3rd strike, there's no coming back after that. Like, that is my cutoff, my dead, like, we're not going to keep doing this. Because I don't like repeating cycles that I know are going to happen. So, typically, even if you're like, oh, I want to try that again, or, you know, I fucked up and I want to reconcile and I want it to be good, I will hit you with we can be friends. And 9 times out of 10, when I hit a nigga with we can be friends, they walk away. They walk away. Because that's not their intent. Their intent was to come back and get the shit that I was given in the first place, and that's not on the table no more. Because you missed out on the Ashley who's a nurturer. You missed out on the Ashley who be cooking. You missed out on the Ashley who's going to definitely have a lot of fun because I have a high libido. You missed out on the Ashley that's like, you know, gives a fuck about your genuine person. Like, I still care about you, but not on that type of level. So, like, you missed out on that person. That person's never coming back for you specifically. So it's like, then a lot, yeah, we could be friends. And a lot of them are like, yeah, nah, I'm good on that. Bye. Good riddance, motherfuckers. So, yeah, no. But, you know, sometimes, you know, if it's just a situation where it was like a sneaky link thing and they spin the block and you just have an itch that needs to be scratched, I ain't mad at it. Do what you got to do. Because some people touch you different. So, if it's one of them situations, I might be like, all right.
Cal Podcast, man, season 10. We got Miss Ashley with us, kicking and having a good old conversation as we wrap this up. Come in. All right, so Ashley, this is a Cal Podcast questions. We're gonna ask you a question. Some gonna be fill in the blank. Some you're gonna have to respond. Some you're gonna do something. It's a certain part I'm gonna get to. I'll explain it when we get there. But if you try and play us, not give an answer, we'll be on this bitch all night. Which I'm pretty sure we're not gonna have that problem with you. So, first question, Ashley: love or money?
Oh, love or money? That's a great question.
Cal Podcast.
Well, that's hard for me.
Love or money? 9 more questions to go.
You know what? I'll say love. I'll be a little hopeless romantic because that's what I am. Love, because you know I feel like the person who I'm supposed to be with is going to be a natural born hustler anyway, so money's never going to be an issue. But
hold that thought. Wait a minute. Hold that thought. Next question: financial literacy or health literacy?
Ooh.
Yeah, you went there.
Ooh. You know I'm health conscious. Oh.
Financial literacy or health literacy?
Ooh. These are way more different than the red and green flag, bro. Damn.
Yeah, this is the Cal Podcast question. Everybody gonna get these questions.
Okay, so shit, Florida. All right, we're gonna say
as I poke my chest out.
But we'll do financial.
Financially,
although
all right.
I really feel like you should have some health shit together because I do not.
You said financial.
Oh, that's
all
so.
right.
I don't
now
like
this
this.
one. Now this question. This question, you can pick 1 out of 3 or 2 out of 3, but you cannot pick all 3. T-shirts and panties, lingerie, or nothing at all.
You know I like nothing at all.
Yes, I know. I know.
You know I'm nothing at all. God brought us into this world naked. We got to be naked at some point in our day, and it can't be only in the shower.
All right, here we go. If somebody did a movie about your life up to now, what would be the title of that movie?
Oh, that's a good thing.
If somebody did a movie about your life up to now, what would be the title of the movie?
Hmm. When she learned self-love.
Say it one more time.
When she learned self-love.
When she learned self-love. Okay. What did you learn about yourself in 2025?
That I'm stronger than I realized.
Okay. All right. Outside of a man's penis, what is your favorite body part on a man?
I have several.
What is your favorite? What is that one?
My
What is that one? It's like, oh my God, drawers coming off.
a beard. I love
Yeah.
a beard. I don't know
Yeah.
what it is, but
Yeah.
facial hair. That shit does something for me. Like,
I'm
oh
keeping
God.
tally this season. So we got beard up front. All right. Uh if you had to, it's one of them days and you about to roll up. Let me just switch it like this. Let me change this question like this. It's 420. Who you putting on? Wiz Khalifa or Snoop Dogg?
Snoop.
Snoop. All right, finish this statement. All my exes think.
You said what?
Finish the statement. All my exes think. All my exes think.
All my exes think they fucked up.
They fucked up. All right. Now this part is the eighth question, but it's kind of heavy. So all you're gonna do is give me the area code.
I got hoes.
You got to give me the area code. Your best friend, what's her area code? Or he, area code is
757.
your best eater.
804.
The person you call when you need, the person you call when you just need $20.
804.
The place that you would like to go and just chill for the weekend.
504. Or 540. Correction, 540.
Pound Town.
757. 757.
And the person when you just need to vent.
757.
All right. What do you like about dating?
I like a few things. I like getting dressed up because I'm a bum at home. So I like being able to doll up and get cute because it gives me an excuse to get cute.
Mm-hmm.
I like to eat. You can't tell by the double chin. I like to eat. So I like to explore and do different things.
Don't do that. Nobody can see that shit.
I'm just saying, I ain't mad at it. Shit, I'm healthy. Okay, real healthy.
First of all, I had to cut her off on that part. Y'all don't listen to the hype. It's some listen. I can't, and I won't, because I don't want to mess this up. But bruh.
I'm healthy. Okay, I eat real healthy. So it is what it is. But no, I like to try different things, and I feel like dating allows me to try and do different things and explore things, and I also like to get to know people. So it gives me opportunity to get to know somebody. So those are the main three.
What do you hate about?
Let me dress up.
What do you hate about dating?
I hate right now when it comes about dating is that people do not know how to communicate and plan things. I feel like, and it could have just been who I was attracting at the time. Because, when you start to heal yourself from the inside out, you get better opportunities. But I just feel like a lot of people set an expectation that they don't meet. Because for me, I feel like the biggest thing and the easiest thing you can do is just shut the fuck up if you're not going to do something. So I feel like a lot of people who date nowadays have intentions that they never have either the ability or they don't even have the will to like follow through. So like my biggest thing is if you're not going to say it or if you're not going to do it, don't say it. Don't set an expectation you're never going to meet, because that makes that person, whether it be female or male, look at you differently. So, when you put yourself on such a high bar and you don't meet that bar, they're never going to have that trust aspect to everything that you're going to ever meet that again. So don't put yourself in a position to fail. So, like, that's the biggest thing about dating now that I'm like, I hate, because it's like a lot of people set an expectation that they're never going to meet. So just keep it a bean. Keep it a stack.
Cash money or no limit?
Cash money.
What advice would you give somebody to unlock their potential in 2026? What advice would you give somebody to unlock their potential in 2026?
Step out on faith. Step out on faith. God has no limitations. He has no expiration. Anything that you want to do, as long as you believe that you can achieve it, but you have to step out on faith and have faith that you're actually going to make that happen for yourself.
And then our last question is the Cow Podcast question we've been asking since season 2. Get ready. Who has the better pancakes, Cracker Barrel or Whataburger?
I ain't never been to Whataburger.
So, which means you got to go try it, which I've been trying to do for the longest. And when you the closest you got to it, I said, let me know, because I got the app. All I gotta do is order it. All you gotta do is go pick it up. I got the app. I knew you once you gave me your address and everything where you was. We're not gonna say. I said, let me look it up. Oh, it is one not far. If you want me to, I can send it to you. All you gotta do is go pick it up.
You know what? I'll do this. When I make my trip to Jacksonville, which will be sometime soon in this year, I'll let you take me to Whataburger, and I'll get the pancakes with you.
Damn right.
You heard it here
Pretty
first.
Face, Ashley, this is the part of the show where we give you the floor, where you get to say what you want to say, promote what you want to promote. The floor is yours.
Oh, wow. I would just like to say that thank you for this opportunity. It was great. It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, because I was very adamant I was never going to get on a podcast. But for your birthday and for you, we did it. We did it, y'all. We did it. But I would like to say that for people out there who paid attention to what I was saying, that you should put yourself first. That is the biggest thing in life that I've realized and that I've come to terms that you need to take care of is yourself. You may have husband, you may have wife, you may have children, you may have parents, you may be a caretaker to whomever, but you got to start to learn how to put yourself first. And that's the biggest thing to do moving forward, because if you can't take care of you, you can't take care of everybody else. Stop pouring in so much into other people's cups that you don't have anything left of your own. So, and health as well. So I know I said that financial literacy was my answer, but we love health over here, okay? Fruits and vegetables, eat your fruits, okay? See that skin clear? Eat your fruits. Best thing when you wake up in the morning, as far as your diet, you should not start off your diet with a heavy food. It should be your fruits so that your body can adjust. So, yes, I am Simply Ashley with 2 Y's on Instagram. So if you ever want to follow my page, you can go there. Every now and then I put a post or a story about fruits and about health information so that people know what to do and have ideas or have insight, as well as I am an ambassador for a juicing company, Judy's Juices. Judy makes juices, and the link is in my bio. So you can always have your reset for juicing through Judy. So that is it. That is all. And once again, thank you.
See, wasn't that bad. Just good conversation. And let me say this before you say anything is for people who don't know this young lady is she has been through a lot. What is going on? 3, 4 years knowing this girl. Um, Doc, the stuff that the conversation we had, I promise you, this ain't even the tip of the iceberg of the shit she done been through and the stuff and the knowledge that she knows. There's some stuff that done happened to her. I can't wait for her to tell more people about it because some people probably would have been a basket case, but here she is thriving and smiling. So like don't get it twisted. Don't let the face fool you. It's a pretty one. Trust me. I've been going through it for a minute. But that face done been through some things. So I'm just happy that she finally got on. Thank you so much for doing this. Like I really, really appreciate it. And I'm just gonna let you know right now, you will be back.
Oh, okay.
I just don't know now cause it's 3 things coming up. We got for us. So we got side chick appreciation, but
Okay.
you got for those who don't know, she participated in Ramadan. I would like to talk more about that in the fasting part. And then there's also 420. So it's like I don't know which one to bring you back for.
Yeah, and we would like to also say that I did let him go on a 48-hour fast. He did a very good job, okay? So he could do Ramadan if he put his mind to it.
I'm going to do it. No, I'm going to do it because this ain't got nothing to do with the podcast, but it's just the fact that what I went through, it's like, yo, I can actually do it. And then my body, like I told you, I had knee problems. Not no more.
Yeah.
Even now, like
that heals your body.
No, go. No, this is the part I'm like, go ahead. We got like 7 more minutes. Floor is yours.
People don't realize how much fasting heals the body. Your body is set up to heal itself. All the medicines and stuff that they put out there in the market, that is to not heal you, is to make you sicker so that you have to come back so that's more dollars in their pocket. Your body, after the first 24 hours, which is going to be the hardest part of your fast if you do a 72-hour fast, or 48, 72, whatever how many hours of fast you're going to do. The first 24 hours is the hardest part of your fast. And that is because your body is adjusting to not having the continuation of food and, basically habits that you have created before you decide to go on the fast. But once you start that fast, your body starts to replenish, starts to have new cells. It starts to heal it from the inside out. If some people who have like high risk for certain things, if you were to fast for 72 hours, the tumors will start to eat themselves and deplete. So fasting is the best way to heal one's body. People who have allergies. I have suffered with allergies my whole entire life, right? And it took until I got to 30, where I started doing a lot of herbal things. This is when I started becoming more health conscious. And I wake up in the morning and I drink warm key lime water. Key limes is going to take all that mucus out of your body. It helps with your allergies. You don't even have to worry about it. You have to take less medication. You don't have to worry about all that mucus making you sick, because what's making your body sick is actually all the mucus in it. If you want to look for an herb that helps clean out your lungs for the smokers like myself, right? You take mullein. You can actually smoke the mullein. You can smoke the mullein, and it will help clean out your lungs, and your lungs will be cleaner, fresher. You'll be able to breathe and take deeper breaths. Like, your body heals itself. You do not have to take drugs to heal yourself. You can actually use herbs, vegetables, fruits, different types of things, definitely cloves, to help with your body and getting your body to where it needs to be, which is what I wanted to tell you when you were having your toothache. Clove. Yeah, if you took a clove, it would help with the pain. So there's just so many health things that that are great.
See.
So yeah.
And see, and as I wrap it up, that's why I was like, yo, I got to get you on, because you have information that the world needs. I say this, but I really do mean it. People know stuff, and they need to let people know, especially if it's something that's going to help them, be beneficial, or if it's just telling your stories. Somebody going to learn something from it. So, yeah, we're going to figure out which one to bring you back for. Because either one, you got topics, you got stories. So
I mean, for 420, am I allowed to smoke?
yeah. We done did 420. We done did 420 3 years in a row, and every time somebody was either rolling up and smoking. We tried the PG route, but it didn't work.
Yeah. I will say I just hope that Ramadan is not going 420 this year, because last year Ramadan was actually early, which was great. But if Ramadan is going 420, then I will not be able to partake in the 420 because we do not do hashish during that time frame. Because when I fast from everything. Because even when we break fast with halal. So everything has to be blessed. So I do not smoke during Ramadan at all. So, which is also great because I'm not going to lie. I know that's like, oh, she's doing bad because she decided to smoke after. Whatever. Kiss my ass. God is still working on me. I'm still working on me. But like, when I come back from that fasting and I smoke again, I get so high. 2+ and I'm done. It's great. So it's like, I'm bored again. It's like the first time smoking ever again. So, but yeah, if 420 is during Ramadan this year, then I will have to say that I will not be partaking on the smoking train. But I will party with everybody else. You know, like I'll celebrate it because, you know,
it's not such a good look right then and there. But it's all good. Somebody don't point that at me. Cow Podcast, Season 10, we got Miss Ashley. Thank you so much for doing this, girl. Much love, much respect. I'm going to keep saying it. I can't wait for people to really hear your story. Perk and Quita couldn't make it tonight. Well, I mean, I didn't invite him, so I'm lying. But like I always said, we're going to do better and get better. That's Ashley. I'm Florida. And y'all have a good night.
G14 classified. That's good.
Headline, Starlight.
DJ Star.